Stop throwing kicks. Your team's screaming at you, and yet you still do it. And then you get up from mount, a horrible position. You get up, and then you throw another knee. Dude's a dumb. Dude's a dumb. Grade A dumbass. Joaquin Buckley. I'm over it. That was mind-blowing. And then all his shit in the people were going to find out May 8th. I guess May 8th. People are going to find out. I saw a comment that said Joaquin Max Holloway. People going to find out Saturday night. Buckley. Guess that's who he turned into. Because Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy, JP. And in today's episode, we will be breaking down and giving our prediction for every single fight, UFC Fight Night, Allen versus Costa. But before we do, we have a few things to cover with you guys. First and foremost, I don't know if you guys noticed, we reached 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so freaking much. It means a lot to us. And we are now on the road to 2,000 subs. If we get more people to watch the channel, we just need watch hours. We can finally become monetized, which would be such a big achievement. But JP, I know that you and I put in a lot of work last week. We got a lot of views. So there has been a lot of you that have joined the community last week. We appreciate you having the wherewithal to stop by, the best UFC predictors in the world. However, last week, not so great from a performance standpoint. However, I know how JP and I perform under pressure, and we will get this ship turned around. But JP, I'll let you talk to the viewers about some of the events that took place last weekend.
Yeah, very awesome. Thank you to everybody. Very awesome. A goal that we've been aiming for a while now. Finally hit it. Hit it on, I want to say, not the best card of the year, but possibly one of the most watched cards of the year so far. Lots of eyeballs on this one. The aftermath of people saying robbery, not robbery, cope, not cope. People slanging insults in the comments. Crazy stuff. Where do I start? Where to begin? Plain and simple. I think we gassed, and I think we gassed bad. By we, I mean Hamzat. First round, did what he does, comes out immediately on it, throwing him around, going a million miles an hour. Brevin, I think you saw it. I think I texted you about it. We both saw it. And if you guys have been around the show, heard us talk about it before, you guys probably saw it. The moment I knew we're in trouble, this might be a loss, gets a takedown stuffed in the second round, which is fine. Not worried about the stuff. Sean can wrestle, obviously. We never said he couldn't wrestle. But Hamzat's just elite, gets his takedown stuffed, pulls guard, and holds his head up. Immediately, I was like, well, we're in trouble. That might be all she wrote. And then we're striking with him for basically 2, 3, and 4. And I think it was because we were gassed. I think it was because he was fine on the feet. He didn't think he was going to get knocked out. I don't think he looked horrible on the feet by any means. I know Sean was peppering him with a jab. That's what Sean does. But then the 5th round comes out, tries to wrestle, gets it stuffed, and then just looks tired, man. Just looks tired. I know people are talking about the weight cut. There's a big issue. Did he make weight? Did he not make weight? I get it. But at the same time, everybody wanted to see this as a title fight for both guys. So if he didn't make weight, I think it would have been a downer. Say this or that, the commission, whatever, the UFC let it slide, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, good win by Sean. I personally had it scored for Hamzat. I know Brevin did. I'm not going to sit here and scream robbery. I'm also not going to sit here and say if you had it scored for Sean, you're an idiot. It's a close fight. It's a good fight. Is what it is, man. Hamzat's moving up. And it's not like I don't know why people are sitting here acting like, oh my God, bad weight cut, back weight cut. You're an idiot if you don't think the weight cut had anything to do with it. He's had gas tank issues in the past. Like, this is not the first time he's had problems with the gas tank. So, is what it is. Good win by Sean. I think it's DDP next, or I think they should do DDP and Mavov. The winner of that gets Sean. But yeah, we'll have to see. And then them coming out saying it was fake or whatever. Ariel Hawani lit Strickland up like crazy. I don't know if you saw that, Brevin, on his show. He was pissed. Said all that shit's fake.
No.
What the fuck?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. There has been a lot of people out there that believe that that fight was either rigged, and something was going on behind the scenes. The buildup, of course, but then to go out there and fight the way they did, Hamzat was all laughing. They were kind of being silly. Like something didn't really feel right. Like it wasn't a Khabib and McGregor fight. And that was what the buildup was. The pure
True.
hatred. I'm gonna kill you. They had to
True.
have 20 fucking guys in the octagon before the fight. Nothing would have even happened because it seemed as if there was a false hatred. And we've talked about the guys that have sparred in the past and trained together, and the friendship is kind of the Sergey Volkov
Great point.
fight that we talked about, where it turns into a glorified spar, and that's what I felt that fight was. Now, with that being said, I do think Hamzat won the fight. If you go back and watch the fight, yeah, you can't convince me that he didn't win 3 of those 5 rounds. I think those judges were smoking crack. If you think Sean won that fight just purely by throwing jabs, I think you're smoking crack. JP was all nice about it today. When has JP ever been nice? Because I'm not going to be. But either way, I think there's something to be said about Hamzat wanting to move up. It's easier to move up when you don't have the belt. So
True.
one could argue that he possibly threw the fight because he wants to move up. Dana has expressed guys, or he doesn't like when guys vacate the belt and move up to other weight classes, or if they want to keep their belt, normally they're going to have to vacate. So I don't know what that whole thing was about. I think Habzat won the fight. I think there was some little bit of funky business going on behind the scenes, and both guys made a business decision. They did it for the paychecks. They don't necessarily hate each other. They seem to be best friends. Hamza put the fucking belt on the guy. I don't know, JP. Seems a little wonky.
Strange. Very strange stuff. Yeah. I don't know, man. Is what it is. We move on. We got ragdolled in the predictions like Buckley did. Okay. And that's where we will go next. First of all, Joshua Van looked phenomenal. Boxing, great. Tatsuro Taira. Revan, I don't know how you felt watching that fight. How the fuck is this dude still standing there?
Well, first and foremost, let's give some flowers to Tatsuro Taira. The dude's tough as nails. Second of all,
My
that was
God.
probably the only good fucking moment that we had on the car. Said that Joshua Van would look like that. Said he would be able to hold his own in the wrestling and the grappling, which he did. Got back up to his feet a number of different times. Now, Tatsuro Taira, there was moments that I was like, oh my God, this guy's a cyborg. He's going to work his way back into this fight. He's going to find a takedown and find a submission. Joshua Van was getting a little tired there in rounds 4 and 5, and Tatsuro Taira did not stop moving forward. I was like, what is it going to take? But
I
finally, Joshua Van found out what it was going to take. And I said, round 4 or 5, KO, TKO for Joshua Van. So that was the one highlight of that card. But yeah, the rest of them, oof.
I mean, the first 3 fights, I was like, brother, we might have a shot here. Boop. Tanked. Okay, if you're a day trader, you know how that feels. Tanked. You didn't sell quick enough. Whatever. Is what it is. Waldo loses. Who cares? Who cares? Good for Volkov. See if he can get himself a belt. Joaquin Buckley. I'm going to try not to crash out. All right. We sat here, and I'll take it on the chin. Okay. I'm sitting here trying to tell Brevin. I think his power can do it. He's training with Usman. He does stuff takedowns for the most part. He does. And Sean Brady doesn't do well with power. Sean Brady, didn't really let himself get on the back foot much, which good on him. Good game plan. Also, I know there was a lot of talking about the lines. Sean Brady might be hurt, this and that. I'm done listening to social media about the betting and shit. Because we were already on Buckley, and I was kind of like, oh, shit. This might have been like a good pick in hindsight. Like, I'm glad we picked him. And then after the fight, I was like, all these people posting that and saying that, like, they have no fucking idea what's going on. I think it's just, like I talked about earlier, all the casual eyes, casual, if you will, like people who don't watch UFC every weekend, just see the hatred between Hamzat and Strickland. USA, USA. There's a bunch of people chanting that, wanting Strickland to win. I think it's just casual money, being like, oh, Buckley, is this guy going to knock him out? Brady just got knocked out. He's a wrestler, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Stop throwing knees. Stop throwing dumbass kicks. Your team's screaming at you, and yet you still do it. And then you get up from mount, a horrible position. You get up, and you throw another fucking knee. Dude's a dumbass. Dude's a dumbass. Grade A dumbass. Joaquin dumbass Buckley. I'm over it. That was mind-blowing. And then all his shit in the people were going to find out May 8th. I guess May 8th. People are going to find out. I saw a comment that said Joaquin, Max Holloway. People are going to find out Saturday night. Buckley. Guess that's who he turned into. Because Jesus Christ. Couldn't stand it. Moronic. The IQ is gone. Just like Rebecca. Revan, I didn't know we're supposed to wobble somebody. Literally fold them. Fold his legs like a fucking lawn chair. Dude's lost. Out on his feet. Go grab him for the rest of the fucking round. Moronic, whatever. Let's move on. I'm over it. Is what it is. On to a better week. My lord.
Yeah, onto a much better week for sure. There was some interesting outcomes. The Buckley fight was ridiculous. Dude couldn't get up. I was worried about that. I mean, he's shown that once he's taken down, he doesn't really get back up. I just felt like he would, defend takedowns, and not throw kicks that can get you taken down, escape getting, fully mounted, and then throw a kick immediately and get taken down. The dude got outstruck like 200-6. That was I mean, I was messaging JP, which speaking of which, almost caused a fight on Saturday because JP thought I was talking about him or talking bad about him. I'm
I
just
was
can't
pissed.
stand fucking Joaquin Buckley.
I
All
was
right.
pissed at the
The
fight, and I was pissed, dude.
yeah.
Boy, was hot.
JP's looking to be pissed at everyone, including myself. But I'm saying, listen, Buckley just needs to be he needs to be listed in our low IQ fighters list. And I just couldn't wrap my head around what his game plan was. It was terrible. Good for Sean Brady. I mean, looked dominant as he
Good
should
win,
have
yeah.
given the game plan from Joaquin Buckley. But that's going to take us to this weekend's card. But before we dive into this weekend's card, we have a few words from our sponsor. We are so excited to announce that we have partnered with Sleeper. Fight Night is already electric, but Sleeper makes it even better. If you think you know UFC, you can use that knowledge on Sleeper picks by choosing more or less on projected stats for your favorite fighters and athletes. Maybe you're looking at a high volume striker to rack up fantasy points, or a grappler who could control the fight and pile up scoring through takedowns and control time. You build your entry, follow everything live, and sweat the card with your friends right inside the app. Sleeper also gives you fast scores, news, alerts, live stats, and real time chat, so it's a one stop shop for fight night. Download Sleeper today and use code LOCKED when you sign up to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKED on Sleeper. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Download the Sleeper app today. All right, JP. We are, I believe, back at the Apex. Yes, the Meta Apex, the new and improved. I think they have a didn't they have a boxing match this past weekend there? So they're now using the Apex for multiple different things, which, all right, is kind of cool. I mean, Zuffa Boxing take advantage of the Apex, but as Kaylee said, if you're a Zuffa boxer fighting in the Apex, you must really suck. It's not just UFC fighters these days. And I agree with her. Anyways, first fight on this card, Shauna Bannon, the old Irish female Patty the Batty, taking on Nicole Calari.
All right. Last weekend card looked great on paper. Did it or did it not live up to it? It's up for debate. This card doesn't look good on paper. But we hold out hope that means there's going to be bangers, okay? Uncontrolled violence, if you will. 3 women's fights on this card, and a couple of them are not high level whatsoever. Shauna Bannon is not good. She has like a karate bladed style stance. She likes to throw the little stab kick to your knee or little high up kick to the chest, to the face, whatever it will be. People say, and I believe she says, she's a black belt in jujitsu. I don't believe it. Like Islam says, who give her this black belt, brother? I no shot. No shot. We're taking Nicole Cagliari. Cagliari's kind of a dog. She's fought better competition. And Shauna Bannon in the Puja fight arguably should have lost. Puja knocked her head almost clean off, and then Shauna lays on the ground, puts her in an armbar. Puja gets out of it, and then inserts her arm right back into it. Yeah, Shauna Bannon's not good. We're taking Nicole Cagliari. More ways to win. Small cage. We look for the grapplers to show out, but yeah, we're taking Cagliari.
Caliari, I mean, she puts on a pace in these fights as well. She'll look for her own takedowns. And excuse me for saying this, but Shauna Bannon must be sleeping with the jujitsu coach because, like JP said, I don't know how she has the black belt. So
That's
she must be doing
crazy.
some extra work outside of the mats there in the gym. But Caliari, striking's pretty good. She marches forward, puts a lot of pressure on these women. And ends up breaking them now in her last fight against Carly Judice. We're really high on Carly Judice. I mean, she's a really good striker. But even against a really good striker, she just kept coming forward, kind of like Tatsuro Taira did. And in this one, I don't think Shauna Bannon's as skilled of a striker. Now she does the front kick thing that JP alluded to, swinging that lead leg up at the face of her opponents, just kind of at awkward angles to keep range. But the one thing about Bannon is she gets hit quite a bit. And she has shown that she's prone to head kicks as well. So maybe Kalari can throw some head kicks up there. She doesn't block them, and Bannon, that is, and win this fight. So give us Nicole Cagliari.
Yeah, another thing, like Tyra, she don't move her head at all. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Another thing we did not mention, Gantt and Ogden. While we were sitting here, we refreshed our Tapology page. Apparently, it's canceled, which kind of blows because Gantt was going to be lock. Yikes! Embarrassing. So if it's not canceled, spoiler, we're taking Gantt. Apparently, it did. Ogden got hurt. Is what it is. Moving up. Next one, Daniel Barez, whatever it is, going up against Luis Gurule.
Good little scrap between the two. Both these guys haven't really won much inside the UFC. Louis Gurule, he is 0-3 in the UFC, coming off two decision losses and then a knockout loss to Ode Osborne, where that was supposed to be his breakout, JP. Now Gurule, he's supposedly a good wrestler. Once he finds himself in top position, he can wrestle a little bit, hold you down, has good top pressure. Um, has only one submission on his resume, though, seems to want to stand and throw with these guys, in which he usually comes up on the slower end of that battle. Daniel Barez, he has struggled with power in the past, so keep an eye out for that. Coming off of a rear naked choke loss against Andre Lima, who Andre Lima is pretty good. Um, but in that one, he was kind of getting hit on the feet as well. And that's kind of where I was going. He doesn't necessarily deal with the power all that well. However, he's got the better footwork and the faster hands in this one, so I expect Daniel Barres to have more success in the striking, given the fact that Louis slower on the outside. So we're going to take Barres to get the job done.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Gurule, and like Brevin said, I think the hand speed for Barres is going to be there. He throws very straight, very quick. And Gurule, like Brevin said, he's supposed to be a good wrestler. He's got 14% takedown accuracy. So, not a fan. We'll see if the small cage can help him, but I personally, their lines are pretty close right now. It's a pick 'em. I personally think Daniel Barres is getting good value here. We're taking him.
All right, moving up, we have Elise Ardelean taking on Polyana Viana.
Oh boy. Some would say the Gooner special. Okay. Brevin said they're using the Apex for boxing and UFC. Looks like it's going to be an OnlyFans show out Saturday night. Yeah, there's not much to say here. Polyana, is just known for being hot. That's about it. Being hot and losing fights. That's about it. And people who have been here know about our Karini Silva take, our jiu-jitsu take, which we didn't even mention Joel Alvarez on Saturday. Emisov looked like a fucking beast, that's for sure. Um, we can't stand when people just lay on their back and keep throwing up subs and keep doing it. At some point, you're not going to get it. You guys probably get sick of me saying it. Pollyanna is one of those people, an armbar specialist, if you will. She looks for it all the time. Ardelean will come forward. She'll be busy. She'll throw volume. She could wrestle a little bit because she's got a big caboose and big legs. Okay? We're taking Elise Ardelean. Pollyanna's, no pun intended, cheeks. Taking our Elise.
Yeah, easily taken down, and then once on her back, she's very comfortable there, and she throws up the arm bars and the triangles, but she's just not very good at them, if you ask me. And on the feet, she's the longer fighter. She's got a 5-inch reach advantage, but also, once again, another area where she's just not very good. Elise Ardeline will close the distance, find herself in the pocket, land the bigger strikes on the feet with Viana, and then can take her down at will. I mean, Viana is just one of these girls that has zero takedown defense because she wants to be on her back, and it's just not a good look. So we're taking to Ardeline. I just think this is another matchup, stylistic matchup that definitely favors Ardeline. And I don't know if these lines are like this throughout the rest of the week, I might take a look at them even further. But yeah, Viana is just not very good. And if you're just banking on these subs and your opponent knows they're coming, when does that ever work? And you're not Habib where you're taking them down and ragdolling them and choking them out. When you're on your back, it's not the same as if you're dominating them on top. So you can't be a submission specialist just purely off of your back.
No, I mean, especially the higher you go. These people aren't going to get caught in random crap, especially these wrestlers who got good top control. And then again, it's Karine Silva syndrome. Everybody, oh, she's good on jiu-jitsu. She throws stuff up off her back. Well, at a certain point, you're 12 minutes into the fight and you still haven't gotten it. And you're like, well, the other fighter might be tired. She might catch one now. You don't think she's fucking tired laying on her goddamn back the whole time? Can't stand it. Cannot stand it. The Gunner special. We're taking Cheeks Central. Moving up. All right. Here it comes. The fight of the century. Possibly our favorite fighter ever. And if he ever watches the show, I bet you he would have some choice words to say to us. Cody, I can't do it anymore, Brundage. And I think I was last time we broke him down, Brevin, was I nice about it? Was I saying like, oh, we're not going to fry him anymore and this and that?
Yeah, I mean, we've broken him down enough. I think we've given this guy as much as he can handle. I mean, certainly, at least on our channel and in the octagon, I don't know how much more he can handle. So.
At some point, honest to God, we're going to buy tickets and he's going to be yelling at us in the crowd. Okay. Because we know he's willing to do it. So we're going to give him a couple. Cody Brundage is taking on the hip boy, Andre Petroski.
Yeah. The old hip central, man, that really got the channel going when that took place, and we always talked about Petroski and the hip. We inserted a clip into the video, and then we never picked him since. If you're getting knocked out by a hip, yikers, you must not have a chin. Now, I don't know what the hell's gone on since then, but dude hasn't looked half bad. We all know Petroski can wrestle. That's what he's going to look to do. He's very stocky, very strong. When he's on top of you, has great top control. And in this one, I do believe Petroski is the better wrestler between the two. Now, Cody Brundage on the feet will throw wild stuff. He throws big looping shots, and if they find their home, they can be damaging. However, Petroski's going to look to close the distance, utilize his striking to shoot in on takedowns, get Brundage down in the ground, land ground and pound, maybe submit him. We're going to take Andre Petroski, but man, stay away from this fight. It's ugly. Both of these guys, similar to the last fight, cheeks, but in a different way, they suck. All right. So stay away from the fight, but we're taking Petroski.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Needless to say, Brevin dove into the research. Um, yeah. I mean, no need to go any further. I'm going to get the man in trouble. Um, Yeah, if you're betting, oh my God, Cody Brundage dog money, because he does have a shot to win. Okay, I won't sit here and say Petroski 9 times out of 10 is winning this fight. Probably not. But no way, no way. Get help. Cody Brundage dog money. I'm throwing my hard-earned cheddar down on that. Get help. And speaking of that, as bad as our prediction record, what was it, 6-7 or something last week? That's the
Yep.
second time we went 6-7 this year, which is crazy. Um,
Mhm.
the betting side went phenomenally well. That's the best betting card I've had in weeks. We did have a big bet on Susarkayev, which we didn't really talk about much. That boy likes to run his mouth a lot during the fight. But yeah, just betting on this fight, non-existent. Petroski's striking should be sound enough to stay away from the looping shots. And I mean, you say it once, you say it twice, say it 3 times. Cody Brundage is just weak-minded, dude. He looks for a way out. Like, if you're getting hit in the back of the head, yes, I get it. It's illegal. It's not allowed. Stop sitting there bitching about it in the middle of the fight. Do something about it. Maybe stop being in a position where they have the chance to hit you in the back of the head. We all know Michael Chandler, if he's got the chance, he gonna fucking do it. We're taking Petroski, whatever. Whatever.
It is whatever, but similar to last week, I mean, Tyra ate an illegal knee only in the state of New Jersey. First and foremost, I wanna talk about that. What
Whack.
the different commissions with their different fucking rules, how does that work, bro?
Whack.
That's ridiculous. I mean, Trump's a fan of the UFC. Make some goddamn changes. The state should not be in control of what rules are enforced. The UFC should be. I it makes 0 sense. So we're gonna have illegal knees in one state that are legal in 49 other fucking states, in Canada and China and Australia and all these other countries, but New Jersey, of all places, doesn't allow a knee to a guy with his hand on the mat, and they're considered a grounded opponent still.
Whack.
Get out of here, bro. There needs to be changes anyways. We're turning into UFC activists over here. Holy hell. Moving up. Ketlin Vieira taking on Jacqueline Cavalcanti.
I'm gonna go outside the apex with the signs. Start doing a protest.
I
Uh,
mean, something's got to be done.
I'll be getting my ass beat.
It's by who?
I don't know. Somebody will come out. Dana will send out his goons or something. Sean Strickland will
I
show
think
up.
Dana would be in favor. How could you not sit there as the president of this company and be like, yeah, these different states and their different fucking commissions is the most silly idea I've ever heard of in my entire life.
True. Yeah. Because
Fighters have to fight differently based off of where they're fighting.
yeah.
It's like if in NFL stadiums, if like certain like a touchdown was only worth 4 points.
Yeah. If you couldn't run QB sneaks in certain states. So one team just can
Exactly.
never run a QB sneak. um yeah, I don't remember what fight it was. It was like earlier on the card. And there was a chance for somebody to throw a knee. I was like, why would he not throw a knee there? That just makes so much sense. And then I think it was like a fight later where John Anik was like, "Oh yeah, the rules are the old rules," and I was like, "Oh my." But anyways, if you guys can't tell, we're on one. Okay, last weekend. Yikes. Um. Oh, Brevin, you
I
see?
saw
Yeah, that's crazy. Tommy Gant's got a new opponent.
like live.
Like live, just happened, just saw it. Holy shit. Speaking of this women's fight shouldn't be as bad as the other two. Maybe the Ardelean fight has a chance at being entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Cavalcanti manages range very well. Good striker, very good kickboxer, very long. She's got a good jab, good kicks. Like her striking. Only thing I wish about her striking, put a little bit more pop into her shots. I think she could get more stoppages. People call her a decision merchant. Maybe, maybe not. He wins them. Ketlin Vieira, also a big girl. Striking's okay. Grappling's okay. She's decently well rounded. I don't see anywhere that she's better than Jacqueline in this one. you might say, oh, well, she's a better offensive wrestler. I don't think her offensive wrestling's that good. I think it's very similar to a JDM style. Their defensive wrestling, their defensive grappling, pretty good. Hard to ragdoll them, hard to control them the whole time. Offensively, not as good as their defensive one. And I think Jacqueline, even though we are in the small cage, I think even if she's on the front foot and Ketlin's going backwards, I think that's going to be a problem. But the educated jab does wonders. We're taking Cavalcanti. I like her distance management. I really do.
Yeah. Same. I agree with all those points. Cavalcanti also has looked very, very good in her last couple of fights, and I think she is one to keep an eye out for in that division. She has looked better and better each time she steps in the octagon. Very, very talented fighter, and that's why we're picking her.
Um, all right. Moving up to the new fight live. Don't even get a chance to do no film, no research. Tommy Gantt is now taking on Artur Minev.
Yeah. We are on the spot. Holy cow. I will say, I will give us this little out. I mean, first and foremost, put an asterisk by this fight. After we get done filming, I'm sure we'll dive into this fight, this matchup. If things change, we'll throw it in the comment section and pin the comment if we need to change the pick. But we're going to be picking Tommy Gantt, a very talented fighter, 11-0, 5'11". He's going to be bigger than his opponent. However, his opponent, man, this guy, I mean,
Wow.
nicknamed the Headhunter, right?
Wow.
This guy is looking to go in there and murder you. Um, Fighting out of Wakefield, Massachusetts. So this guy apparently is in the United States, but he looks like he shouldn't be allowed to step in the United States.
Says
He's
he's
from
yeah,
Ukraine. Okay.
he
Yeah.
shouldn't be allowed.
Oh, he looks like a military general. This guy's a scary dude. I'm not gonna lie, but holy smokes, the nickname the Headhunter, 4-0 in Fury fight promotion. He's his last fight coming off of a first round KO. Um, Seems like he throws a lot of power shots. He looks like he has a little bit of grappling to his game as well. He had a string of 3 submission wins back to back to back just a few years ago. So looks like he's pretty well-rounded, but he's going up against another really well-rounded guy, in Tommy Gantt. I like his trajectory, looked really good on the Contender Series, has good power in his hands, so short notice bout, like I said, if things change, we'll tell you, but we're gonna pick Tommy Gantt.
Yeah, doing a quick like sweep over his resume, guys he's beaten, he's putting away. The one guy he took to decision is 16-1 in his career with knockouts. So doesn't look terrible. 25-13 in record. But everybody else is nobodies, it looks like a bunch of cans. But we'll watch film, we'll go back to it like Brevin said. But yeah, Tommy Gantt being trained by DC as well. DC speaking highly of this guy. He was in the commentators' ears screaming, I told you, when his contender series win. So small cage is gonna favor his style for sure. We'll see if this other kid can grapple, but yeah, we like Gantt a lot.
Alright, that's taking us up to an interesting fight. There may be steroids involved, there may not be, I don't know, you decide. Toccos taking on Ivan, the Juicer, Erslan.
The juicer is fucking dickhead. I got a patent
You
that. This
remind
dickhead took my juicer name.
Bro, you ever seen those videos on TikTok of those guys? I don't know what country they're in, but they like pump oil into their muscles and like they're super, super inflated and huge.
Oh, what?
Dude, they're like pumping random substances into their muscles. And so like their arms, their biceps are just monstrous, but the rest of their body are like is like really small. And that's what Ivan Erslan reminds me of. This dude's a monster, but I don't know what he's putting in those muscles.
That sounds like a health hazard.
Oh, it is for sure, but so is everything else. I mean, when you're getting work done to your body.
Lord. Crazy rabbit hole we went. Um, this one's similar to the Brundage fight. Okay. Whatever side you're on, go for it. Wish you the best of luck. We're taking Tuco Toccos. Okay? His striking, we think, isn't great, but we think it's good enough to keep him safe. enough to get to the grappling. Small cage, we think he's a better grappler. Ivan will not sprawl. He'll get underhooks. He'll stuff the head. If you take him down, he'll work to the cage and try and get back up. He won't ever sprawl. So you get to his legs, you get to his hips, probably going down. So the small cage will favor Tuco's style in that way. Tuco can grapple. He will keep shooting takedowns. He submitted Junior Tafa. You guys know how big of a feat that is to do in the UFC. But on the other hand, Erslan does have a good right hand. It is fast and he is powerful. So both guys got a way to win. Tough fight to predict. We're gonna go with small cage, whose style does that favor. We think on the feet, he'll get away until we get to the grappling. If we just stand on the feet and bang the dog shit uh, game plan, then yeah, it's probably Erslan all day. But taking Toccos, we think he gets it done with the grappling.
I think you said it really well. I think the small cage favors Toccos. Looked pretty good in his last fight. He can wrestle, he can grapple, and there's times that Erslan, he'll look good on the feet, but he'll look really bad on the ground, or vice versa. I mean, he's got a lot of power, but his striking seems to come pretty slow. He gets hit quite a bit. I think Toccos can kind of hang in there on the feet, and then on the ground, I think Toccos is better. So more ways to win for us there. Give us Toccos.
Yep, and you can't shell up. Get hit, you got to move, shoot a takedown, something can't shell up. All right, moving up. And this fight is a lock to be a freaking banger. Violence is got to be for sure guaranteed in this one. Chaos Williams is taking on Nikolai Veretennikov.
Yeah, this is a fun fight. Veretennikov is always down to throw down. Chaos Williams, the exact same. Veretennikov fought Nico Price. One shocker. Nico Price is just looking for a paycheck. Chaos Williams coming off the Andreas Gustafsson loss, which we were on Gustafsson. The fight style was a lot different than Chaos Williams wants to fight. He wants to be in your face, striking with you, but Gustafsson really likes to push you up against the fence and clinch with you, which he does a lot of really good work. In this one, Veretennikov, though, is going to be down to throw down, like I said earlier, and that is Chaos Williams' style. Like, he wants to be in your face, trading with you. And JP said it before we started filming. One of the things that Nikolai does is he's looking to throw with you. So he may eat a shot to land a shot, but if you're eating shots against Chaos Williams, it's going to get you into trouble. And that's what we think happens in this fight. Give us Chaos, Caleb. Who's Caleb? Give us Chaos Williams to get it. It was Caleb Williams. That was on my mind. Hey, speaking of which, do you have Caleb in Dynasty?
I don't. I used to. Used
You
to.
did at one point. That's right.
Yeah, I traded him to the Gase. Um, and now I'm looking for a quarterback, another quarterback. Which, yeah. I mean, I made that point to Brevin because watching Veretennikov film, he does have power and his striking is pretty decent. It's not the most technical thing ever. Okay, when he throws combinations, longer combinations, his hands do drop quite a bit. We don't come back home at all. Um, so he can be clipped like that. He will swing for the fences. So if he misses, that does leave you open. He doesn't necessarily just try and pop you sometimes. He will try and take your head off with every strike. Um, and throwing with you, it works if you don't get hit as much as he does. He gets hit a little too much for my liking. Like Brevin said, you get hit by chaos. Probably night night. This dude hits like a fucking Mack truck. And everybody fighting chaos has an ulterior motive that they can lean on, that they're better at, that gets them to win. We said Gustafsson isn't going to stop coming forward. It's going to cause trouble for chaos. What happened? He won. Gabriel Bonfim has the grappling to go to. He's a very good grappler, and he's on a tear right now. I believe he's fighting Bilal Muhammad in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So that's a win for him there. Randy Brown, tall, long, good striker. He dropped Randy Brown. Right, so Chaos is good at striking. He does have a good jab, and he's got the longer reach in this one. Veretennikov, don't let anybody tell you he's got the grappling to go to, because he doesn't. He gets grapple fucked all the time. He's not a very good grappler in his own case. So, like Brevin said, he's willing to stand and bang on the feet. No guy wants to get tired grappling. We're taking Chaos Williams.
1,000%. All right. Moving up here, we've got Timmy Cuamba taking on the Lion King, Bernardo Sopaj.
Love that nickname. Lion King. sick ass. Yeah, Cuamba. Timmy's decent. This is a good fight here. Close fight. Timmy Cuamba, good little boxer, right? I don't love the volume. I don't think he throws enough sometimes, but he's got good style, good volume. His grappling's okay. I'm not gonna call it trash. In this fight though, I think Sopaj is just kind of better everywhere, a little bit better everywhere. I like his striking. I understand the flying knee against Vinicius. Um, Before the Mario Batista fight, Vinicius, everybody was high on him. His striking is very unorthodox, very explosive, super athletic, and he'll hit you hard, hit you from places you don't think he's going to. And Sopaj was gassed and then got hit with like a massive calf kick, a massive like check hook or something, and then just tried to back up to the cage and ate that flying knee. So it is what it is. I don't see Cuamba doing that. I think Sopaj is going to have more output. I do like his boxing, his hands, very clean, very technical. His defense, we're always coming back home to the head. And I think he has a grappling upside. I'm not going to necessarily say small cage is going to grapple fuck him. We'll have to see. But I do think Sopaj is just better everywhere. We're taking Bernardo Sopaj.
You said it really well. Cuamba sometimes looks good. He will have the reach advantage and the height advantage in this one, but Sopaj, I think, has more to offer. So look for Sopaj to be very active and get the jump on Cuamba with the volume upside there as well. Moving on. Malcolm Wellmaker taking on Juan Diaz.
This should be a good one. Good fight right here. Malcolm gonna have to mind his P's and Q's again on the feet, okay? And we can't just hope that he's gonna fall for the feint teep boom check hook. All right, not everybody's Chris Moutinho, not everybody's gonna fall for that. Juan can strike a little bit, okay? Juan puts people away, and Juan can grapple. All right, he's doing grappling matches, jiu-jitsu matches, losing one of them by finish, but I mean, that's all those guys do really for the most part. So Malcolm's gonna have to mind his P's and Q's. Okay, we can't just think he's gonna come out here and be easy to put away and put our hands on. With that being said, his last loss got exposed. Ethan is pretty good. I know he didn't pick him in the Esteban fight, but he is pretty good. Okay, he showed us a lot in that Esteban fight, and showed us a lot on what was it, Brevin? Was it like a week's notice against Malcolm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has showed us quite a bit. Ethan has a massive head, so it doesn't surprise me nobody can knock this dude out. But um, yeah, we think you kind of got to take Malcolm here. The experience and Malcolm has made a career with good Muay Thai, good striking. Small cage, can this kid get it done? We'll have to see. We got to see more from this kid, but we're taking a Malcolm Wellmaker.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to just count the kid out. I mean, he has so much potential, great power in his hands, and you're honestly going to get a pretty good line because of the last fight, where up until this point, the dude's been like minus 1,000 every single time he's fought. Now you're getting a pretty decent line. Now you can probably properly play the KO, maybe the first round KO with Wellmaker. He said on Instagram he's going to find a first round KO. So if you want to take him at his word, play that. But yeah, one fight against Ewing, who's turned out to be pretty good, is not necessarily going to deter me off of Malcolm Wellmaker. He's just got to fight a little bit better of a fight. We can't just be a one trick pony. Now, Diaz, he's probably going to look to grapple Wellmaker a little bit. So, I mean, if you're Wellmaker, look for those little uppercuts to deter some of the grappling and the takedowns from Diaz. But yeah, give us Wellmaker. He's just too skilled not to pick.
Yeah, and the size difference. What is it again?
It's 2-inch reach advantage and a 2-inch height advantage.
So even this, like, and the whole reason I bring that up, Joaquin, you dumbass. Okay, when you're the same size as somebody, or even a tiny bit smaller, that knee you're trying to throw doesn't work, bud. Doesn't work. Sorry, short crash out. Can't stand that fucking shit. Moving on. Co-main. Good fight. Very good fight. This one should be a banger as well. Dooho Choi taking on Daniel Willie Cat Santos.
Yeah, good fight between the two of these guys. Santos, he's got good power in his strikes. He kind of throws wild strikes, spinning heel kicks. He's looking for knockouts every single time he's out there. Now, it can be a blessing and a curse with him. He throws a lot of energy into these strikes. I think there's times that if he's not finding knockouts, he's probably going to gas himself out. But in a lot of his victories and in a lot of his fights, he is finding the stoppages. He's a very tough guy as well. He's durable. He can grapple a little bit if he needs to. Has gone to some of the takedowns in prior fights as well. Now, his opponent, Dooho Choi, he's on the opposite end of the spectrum. Very technical striking, very straight punches. He's quick, has a nice jab, stays very calm on the feet, and I really think that's going to be the big difference maker here in this matchup. Dooho Choi has shown that his grappling is on par with a lot of these guys. Had Nate Landwehr in such a bad crucifix that they just had to step in and stop the fight. I mean, Nate the Train, decent grappler, couldn't do anything, couldn't get out of the crucifix. Now and then on the feet, he was just piecing them up. Very, very sharp striker is Dooho Choi. So keep an eye out for the straight punches, getting it done over the wild punches from Santos, and that's where we're leaning. We're going to take Dooho Choi. He is an underdog right now. It should be a close fight. Santos is a very skilled fighter, but we just think the precision, technical striking from Dooho Choi will win him the fight. He's just got to be safe, move his head, fight smart, not exit the pocket with his hands down because that's where Santos takes advantage. He throws lunging shots and spinning shots. And those are the two shots that will catch guys off guard exiting the pocket. So he's just got to watch out for that. But I believe he's the better striker and the better fighter overall.
Daniel can be good. Like he's with a good gym, shown little spurts of talent, good technique. This dude's not fucking disciplined at all. First of all, look at the amount of canceled fights he has. Are they all his fault? No. When he has that many, I guarantee you most of them are. You can look it up. He's missed weight 3 out of his 5 UFC fights. Dooho Choi is very well rounded. Okay? And like Brevin said, on the feet, he is a little bit of a sniper. He had to take some time away, do his military service. Now he's back. He's been looking decent. You can say anything you want about Nate the Train. He looks like trash against Cub, this and that. I don't care. Okay, Daniel probably gonna gas himself out, like Brevin said. He's getting his ass beat by Ju Sang Yu. Is that his name? Yeah, Ju Sang Yu. And we're more worried about talking shit. That's another fight I crashed out about. Just ask Brevin. I'm freaking out. You are actively, I can't stand the people who do this. And Bysinger does it too. Granted, he wins. If you're going to do it, you better win the fucking fight. You're in the middle of a fist fight. And you're talking shit. What sense does that make? Why don't you knock him out? Submit him. Just keep beating his ass. You saying you's doing all this shit, pointing, putting his hands up, and then he gets slumped. Karma's a bitch. Now you're a meme on YouTube for funniest whatever. My lord. And then he's getting dropped by John Castaneda, and then he pulled out another home run finish there. Dog money, co-main event. Give us what's his nickname? Is it the Korean
The Korean Superboy.
Superboy? That's what it is. Give us the Superboy.
The Superboy, Dooho Choi. All right, that's going to take us to the main event. We have a very fun one here. Arnold, the almighty Allen, is taking on Melquizael Dalmatian Costa.
Good fight, man. Good fight. These two are gonna get after it for sure. Um, kind of a tough prediction. You guys know, you've been here. If you're new here, we are big fans of Milky Costa. We like Milky Costa a lot. Um, Brevin's picked him in every single fight I believe that we've broken down here on the card. I say that because there were a couple before we started doing unanimous picks that I didn't pick him. I believe I was wrong in those ones, right? I don't know. I don't
Yeah, it
remember.
was Andre Feely.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Really another guy I just can't pick to save my life. He can grapple, got good jujitsu, wrestling, but jujitsu good. He can strike. He's on a heater right now with striking. He's on a heater with highlights. It's a big point that Brevin made before we started the show, and it is a good point. He is highlighting all of these people getting a crazy stoppage, which is good. It's not a bad thing. We're not saying it's a bad thing, but then Brevin said, what happens when you don't get it? Because Arnold Allen is a guy. Look at the list of people he fought. Oh yeah, John Silva, for example. How many fucking highlights was he getting? You fight Arnold Allen, and then John has to go to deep into the bag. Now John's a wrestler. He's wrestling Arnold Allen. Arnold is one of those guys who's super crafty, super well rounded. Okay, you definitely got to mind your P's and Q's when you're fighting him. And if you don't get that highlight, we're gonna have to lock in. And Melquizael, he's not a guy with a phenomenal gas tank. He does slow down going into the later rounds, right? And he's getting these. I mean, I know the Dan Ige one. Everybody's gonna remember the spinning back kick is crazy. Morgan Charrier, has he turned out to be anything crazy? Not really. He's head kicking him. Sure, yeah, it's a good stoppage. Julian Erosa, he's not a good striker. Julian Erosa is a home run submission hitter. Seen it all the time. The Gilly special. Okay, and he just got laid out by Larry and Douglas. Christian Rodriguez. Brevin also reminded me that was another thing I crashed out about. I might have to start going to therapy. This show is making me realize I crash out all the time. That little foot sweep. How many times was it, Brevin? Like fucking 12? Oh my
Yeah.
God. This dude, every time they clinch, foot sweep, foot sweep. Every time they clinch, Brevin say, here it comes. Boom, down again. Boom, down again. Brother, Arnold Allen is very good, fought very good competition. He's only getting beat by elite guys. I don't know if Melky Costa is that elite right now. And I don't think he gets a highlight. I just don't. We're taking Arnold Allen. Good fight. Arnold's just super well-rounded. I think the experience is going to be the difference maker.
Yeah, I think you said it really well. I love Costa, I really do. If you guys have known me or the channel for any time now, like JP said, I've picked this kid ever since he was in the UFC. This weekend, I'm not. Arnold Allen, great boxing, good striker, high level, good power when he connects as well. And you're not landing these home run shots on Arnold Allen. He's proven that time and time again. I was telling JP before we started filming, I'd almost be more concerned against a guy like Giga Chikadze, which Arnold Allen fought really well against. So, in this matchup, I think the style makes this fight, and it's going to tell us the winner, and that's going to be Arnold Allen.
Good fight.
Great fight. And that does it for the card. It doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free show parlays coming your way right freaking now. JP, I'll hand it over to you for Locked Door MMA's Lock of the Night.
Well, I said it earlier. The lock was going to be Grant, and then we thought he wasn't fighting. Now he's fighting again. We'll have to go back and see. We still might switch the pick. I don't know. We know nothing about this other guy. But since Grant was out, and we haven't done it in a while, we tend to stay away from him. Card's a little tough to pick another one. We are taking Arnold Allen in the main event. If Jean Silva ain't hitting a highlight on you, I don't think Melky Costa is. Give us Arnold. Arnold!
Yep. Arnold. And for all the people giving us crap about picking Audible last weekend, I heard a lot of people saying I should have locked Hamza. Well, that's why we weren't locking the main event. But this weekend we are. This is a guy that we trust a lot. So for Brevin's basic, let's start with the lock. Arnold Allen. Throw him in there. And then we're going to move down to a guy that didn't look the best last time, but we expect a big bounce back. Give us Malcolm Wellmaker to get it done. And then I'm going to move to a guy with a little bit of unknowns, but someone that I'm really excited about. He didn't get the lock spot, but he's going to get the basic spot. Give me Tommy Gantt for the third leg on Brevin Spacey.
You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're taking. Who should we take out? We're taking him out. Screw it. It's Tommy. Good old Tommy boy's back in the card. We're throwing him on there. Sit down. Shut up. Juicer time. And on that note, you're talking about giving us crap for picking a Teba. I mean, some people are just simply brain dead, man. I don't get it. We cry too much about the money line odds. Like we talked about 2 weeks ago, Malkoon playing by decision. What happened? Quill and Salkilled playing by round 1 KO. What happened? We said Teba. Go search
KO.
for props. It's going to be KO. You know it is. So I bet under half a round. That didn't hit. I bet round 1. That didn't hit. I also bet round 2. I mean, my lord, you're going to cry about it or you're going to make money. Who cares? Anyways. 6 legs. Juicer time. We didn't go down to 5. Does the 6? We'll see how it goes. And it's juiced with 6. First one. Lock is the lock for a reason. Arnold Allen in the main event. Might have to sweat it out. Will be a good fight. Second one. Dog money co-main event. Dooho. Choi. The Korean super boy. Okay. Next one. Bernardo Sopaj. Cuamba's decent. Might be a close fight. Sopaj. A little bit better everywhere. Chaos Williams. Okay. I think Veretennikov. Got to be willing to exchange on the feet. Like Brevin said, kind of plays into Chaos Williams style. Next one, we're taking Cavalcanti. Yes, we're doing it. Haven't done it in a while because I try to stay away from it. 90% of the time, it pisses me off. If you don't want to play the Cavalcanti line, and I don't blame you if you don't, over 2.5. Throw it in the trash. That's a guaranteed lock. Okay, over 2.5. And the last one, don't know his line for this fight. If it's big, it's big. Who cares? Cry about it. Don't cry about it. Submission. Unanimous decision. Find a prop. Tommy Gantt. He's a 6 leg. Don't know the odds because we don't have his, but it's probably juiced. It's over 1,500 for sure because that's what it is with the 5 legs. So
Juice. I'm excited about this card, not because of the name value, but because I think there's going to be some good fights, and I know we're going to bounce back this weekend. So let's get back on the right track, JP. It was a rough weekend last weekend for UFC 328, but there was a lot of good that came out of it. We've got a lot of new people on the channel as part of the community, and we appreciate you guys on the road to 2,000 subs. And JP, with that, I'll hand it over to you.
I'm trying to find it right now. Where is it? Ronda Rousey's fighting this weekend. Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, Francis Ngannou is fighting the great and powerful Felipe Lins. Um, yeah. What's your take on that? Who you think's winning that one?
Francis is gonna murder him. I'm interested in the Nate Diaz Mike Perry fight. I think that's a fun one. And then between Ronda and Gina, you have to go Ronda. Yeah, you have to go Ronda. Gina's 44 years old.
Is she
We do
really?
have the
She's
return
that
of
old?
yeah, we do have the return of Robelis to Spain, which is
Oh, I forgot he's on
fighting
there.
42-year-old Junior Dos Santos.
Isn't I hope he grapple fucks Robelis. I hope we don't see a single improvement of Robelis' grappling. That was just pitiful. Yeah, Ronda Rousey, Gina. I hope Gina wins for personal reasons. Okay. Nate Diaz, Mike Perry. That should be a banger. A lot of shit talking that one. Stipe is gonna get his head taken off probably. Isn't if I remember correctly, yeah, Alex Pereira's sister's fighting, isn't she? Yeah, this is her. Lost
Yep,
twice.
Elaine.
See how that goes. Probably tune in. You never know. When does it start? 3 o'clock? Hey, might be a good one. Might not. All I'm saying is
Yeah, we'll probably tune in.
if this one is good and the UFC card is not good, a lot of trash talk.
Yeah, it would cause a stir for sure. One other fighter that I was interested in was the Jason Jackson kid that just beat Amarov not all that long ago. He's the one that knocked him out,
Oh,
or
he's on
Amasov
this
or whatever.
card?
Yeah, he's fighting Jeff Creighton.
Wow. Wow, he was supposed to originally fight Lorenzo Larkin. Oh, that's who it was. Mokayev's not on it anymore because he couldn't get a visa. Mokayev's got problems with everybody.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, have fun watching Ronda Rousey and 45-year-old Gina Carano. NBA playoffs are in full swing. If you're a Sixers fan, yikes. Sorry to see that. If you're a Lakers fan, Lakers are dead, man. All right. I'm not a Lakers fan. I am a LeBron fan, and it sucks to see. I wanted him to win another one, so the debate would be officially over. Brevin, anything else for the people before we let them go?
I'm all good over here, man.
Road to 2K. Road to 2K. We appreciate everybody being here. Road to 1K was awesome. Hopefully 2K is a little easier. Right? And hopefully we don't get banned on TikTok again on the road to 5K or whatever it is on there. So Brevin's back on the lives. That's for sure. What were they calling you, Josh? What?
Hot Pocket.
Josh Hot Pocket. Catch your boy, Josh Hot Pocket, over on TikTok Live. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Did you see the press conference?
Oh yeah.
Man's
Yeah,
getting kicked
Ilya
off.
and Pocket. This dude's a wild man, dude. He's talking shit to Pereira, talking
Anybody?
shit to Ilya, Costa at the actual event. They had to be separated.
Did they
Paulo
really?
Costa. Yep.
At the UFC fight? I didn't see that.
Yep. Dude is on a tear right now and he wants smoke with everybody. So,
No kidding. He was slanging out words on that stage that him and Brevin apparently just love to pop out.
dude, I taught him that word, bro.
Oh man, if you know, you know. But Brevin's back. Josh Hot Pocket, catch your boy, UFC White House. Ladies and gentlemen, another weekend, another set of fights. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Hey.